All right, so we've talked transportation. Let's talk about safety this morning because we know that earlier in the week, schools resumed in Lagos. In some other states, schools will be resuming on Monday. So we're trying to look at how to get back to school and talk safety. But this time around, we're trying to understand the roles of parents and school administrators in all of this. Joining me in the studios right now, I have Praise Alabi, who's an executive assistant with Strap and Save Child Foundation. Praise, nice to have you in the studios. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And Happy New Year to you.
I wish you the same.
All right. So let's talk about this now because when we talk safety, a lot of times there's always that question of collaboration. So what roles does collective responsibility play in ensuring that we have child safety?
All right, good morning once again, Mr. Victor. Good morning, Lagos. Thank you so much for having me. And I want to say a very big thank you to Strap and Save Child Foundation for this wonderful opportunity to represent the organization here today.
Right.
So talking about child safety, right? Child safety is a shared responsibility, and it involves active participation between from parents to guardians to educators, teachers, school management, the society, and even the government. You know, it will shock you to know that 1,000 children die daily because of injuries that could have been avoided.
1,000?
Yes, 8,000.
In Nigeria or globally?
No, globally, right?
Right. So 1,000, that's a huge figure.
By working together, we can actually create a safer environment for children at home, on the road, and in school.
Right. You just talk about the various stakeholders now. So let's talk about one of them. So what roles do parents and even guardians play in ensuring child safety?
You know, parents and guardians they are the primary caregivers, right? They have the first and direct interaction with these children, right? So through supervision and guidance, we'll be able to reduce injuries by 50%, right? So when parents and caregivers guide these children, when they give them instructions, guidance, and supervision, then we'll see that there will be a drastic decline in the increase of injuries and deaths that comes as a result of this.
So the roles that parents play cannot be overemphasized. That's what it means?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So how can educators and even school management officials, how can they contribute to child safety? Let's look at it from the perspective of what you guys are saying.
Okay, right. Educators and school management can actually do this by ensuring that they have proper protocols, right, in place for these children in school. That is by implementing safety protocols, rules and regulations, guidelines, educating these children on the do's and don'ts when they are in the school environment. Okay,
so there should be proper education.
Yes.
Should it be integrated into the curriculum of the school?
Yes, it should.
Okay. All right, so this is something that we need to pay much attention to, but let's reflect on what you guys are doing. So, and I mean, beyond that, what is the responsibility of society and even the government in ensuring that we have good child safety practices?
Okay, I feel when the government and society begin to own the fact that, okay, these responsibilities are not just for parents or the teachers in school, when we begin to own these responsibilities, when we begin to look out for these children, we would see an increase in child safety, right? So the role of the society, of government, would be for government to implement policies that help guide these children, that helps improve child safety.
Okay.
To protect children's rights, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. In Lagos, I know we have something that is active, from the Education Quality Assurance Agency and so many others. In some other states too, I know attention is being paid to that as well.
Yes.
But in terms of we following up and ensuring that, we really uphold those standards, do you think we're meeting up?
Well,
to a certain level, right?
To a certain level, yes.
Right. Okay, let's look at the focus of our Strap and Save Child Foundation, which you represent. What's going to be your vision this year?
Oh, okay. This year, it's actually going to be an amazing year for us, right? So outside the activities we've had going on with our safety clubs in schools, safe school interventions, this year we would also be focusing on inclusion, right? So be focusing on inclusion.
Right. So going to be including who and who?
Okay, we'll be focusing on inclusion for children living with disabilities.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's one of our major focus for this year. And would also be expanding into other cities in Nigeria and Africa.
Right. So other cities, I'm curious to hear about that. So which cities are you guys thinking
don't worry about that. When the time comes, we'll definitely let you know.
Yes. But in Lagos, where you've been, let's talk about those safety clubs. Which schools and which areas have you guys been able to touch?
Okay, we've been able to touch schools under Educational District 6, covering Ikeja and Oshodi.
Okay. Ikeja, Oshodi, and you guys have been going from time to time to those schools to try and create those safety clubs, or is it that those safety clubs already exist in those schools?
Yeah, the safety clubs already exist in those schools. So we have safety educators who monitor the activities in those schools.
Just 1 second, let's take this update that's coming in. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Victor.
Raphael, how are you doing?
I'm very fine.
Talk to me.
Okay, just visiting the earlier reported incident scene at land. I want to confirm to you that with the efforts of the traffic managers and the LASEMA, the situation has been taken care of and the normality has been restored.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so we have a good movement at this moment. There's nothing to be worried about anymore.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right then. Thank you very much, Raphael.
Yeah, welcome, Victor.
Great. All right, so you'll be expanding the scope to other cities and you say beyond Nigeria as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
but in those safety clubs, you said those schools already have them?
Yes, we do. We already have safety clubs in schools.
The ones that you worked with at Ikeja and Oshodi?
Yes, as well as some other private schools too in Lagos.
Right, so when you get there, Strap and Safe Child, what are the things that you introduce to them? What are the things that you unveil to them?
Okay, you mean the safety clubs?
Yes.
Okay, one thing we do is to sensitize these children, to educate them on the importance of safety. There was a time we had this engagement with these children in their schools, and one of them was like, oh, there was a time I was going out with my mom and she wasn't putting on her seatbelt. I was like, oh, mommy, no, you shouldn't do that, right? That was like, oh, wow. So all these things we've been imbibing into these children have actually been fruitful, right? For her to be able to tell her parent, mom, no, this thing you're doing is wrong. You shouldn't do it this way.
Right.
And we've had some other nice, amazing testimonies from these students. When they get home, they see things that are not right and they try to correct them. I mean, in these little ways, safety is growing and is improving by the day.
What age do you think we should introduce safety to our children?
As soon as they understand.
As soon as we get to understand things.
Yes,
even in the home.
Yes.
Okay. And that would be a good way, especially by the time you introduce it to them, it becomes part of them and they can grow with it. And then they can imbibe it as a safety culture. Let's talk about our listeners this morning. How can they get involved in promoting child safety?
Okay.
For those who are listening to us this morning.
Oh, okay. So for those who are listening to us this morning, we want them to know that safety starts with you. Child safety should not just be left to parents, should not just be left to teachers, but they should also be actively involved in safety by reporting incidents, supporting organizations like Strap and Safe Child Foundation, by being mindful of their actions, right? That little thing you do counts, and it goes a long way in promoting safety.
Right. Okay, then. I'm just going to take a pause here. Let me take some updates that are coming in. And it appears this Friday morning is an incident reading morning. We're taking you to Iba, Ottawa, Ijanike corridor to be precise. And I understand there's a serious multiple accident involving a flat-bodied trailer loaded with iron. 2 T4 buses are also involved and a Korokwe bus. This is at Okokomaiko bus stop inwards Iyanosashi along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Wow. So that's making it about 4 vehicles that are involved there. All right. I understand victims have been moved to the hospital while traffic is still under control. Oof. And that's another incident to talk about. All right. Take note of that. It's at Iba, Ottawa, Ijanike. Serious multiple accident involving a flat body trailer loaded with iron, 2 T4 buses, and of course a Kurukwe bus. All right, another incident to report is the one at Victoria Island. All right, opposite ends, there's a broken down loaded PMS tanker with a mechanical problem. It's a Boris problem, to be precise. Little impact on traffic at the moment, but driver is awaiting the arrival of mechanic while traffic managers on ground managing the situation at the moment. So take note of that as you drive through that corridor. All right, then let me see if we can just sneak in or just have one or two responses from you. 080-99-120-777. We're talking child safety, and now that our children are back to school, what have been your observations at these schools observing some of the things that Praise Alabi has been talking about on the program? You can share your thoughts with me. 080-99-120-777, 091-5387-7127. Those are questions. Those are the lines that you can connect with us this morning if you want to be part of the program. All right, some messages are coming in here for you. Praise, this one says, good morning, Victor and Praise. Please, what are the most common safety risks children face at school? Khadijat is sending that one in from Oshodi. Okay, what are some of the risks that children are exposed to in school?
Okay, some of the risks that children are faced with in school, children can be so carefree, they want to play, they want to do all of that, right? So one of those risks will be accidents from playing, probably on the playground, running up and down, and all of that, playing with sharp objects. Yes. Things like that. It behoves on
the school administrators to ensure that anywhere children are going to be playing is going to be safe. So
yes, properly inspected.
Right. So the grounds are properly, probably tiled, and the kind of tiling wouldn't be those ones that would be slippery.
Slippery, definitely.
Okay. All right. Khadijat, I hope that answers your question. This one says, how can parents identify whether their children's school has adequate safety measures in place? Are there ways one can identify that? Or do we need to go inspect and be asking the school before we ensure that our children enroll in those schools?
Okay, I think when you take your child to a particular school, you should also find out, ask for more information about their safety procedures and all. And when the child comes home, you can also have interactions with your child. Oh, okay, about this, does your school do this? Do you guys have activities like this and all? When you have that close bond with your child, you'll be able to, he or she will be able to tell you, Mom, this is what we do, this is what we do, and this is what we have, this is what we don't have.
Right. So it's very good for parents to inspect, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Do you have a call? Hello there. Okay. Well, let's start. This one says, good morning. This is a very good topic. What training should school staff receive to handle safety concerns effectively? Thanks. Chika is sending that one in. So, what do you think schools will be doing in terms of safety for their staff? Okay,
I think schools should have an arrangement for safety trainings for their staffs. Yeah,
do you guys offer that?
Yes, we do. And we do that especially with our safety clubs, where we do train the trainers. We train all of our educators, of our safety educators, before they in turn go back to train the students in the safety clubs. Yes. So schools can make provisions for safety trainings for their teachers. You can also reach out to us for this too.
Right. Yeah. Is there anything that schools can do to their staff to ensure that you do not have those that have anger issues, have problems, that have been employed? You remember the case of the video that went viral during the week of a teacher manhandling a 3-year-old and physically assaulting that child. So what do you think school administrators should do in terms of checking their personnel to ensure that you don't have those kind of people employed?
Okay, I think schools should probably should have this a way by which they assess the mental health of their staffs. A lot of things are going on. People are getting frustrated, right? They should have a plan or a procedure where they do mental health assessments for their staffs, right?
Before
and
they're
then
employed.
yes, and they should also try to create an atmosphere where even those staffs, those teachers are excited to come to work.
Okay.
Right.
So
when your staffs are excited to come to work, right? They have this joy coming to school to do what they need to do, right?
when they're not put under unnecessary pressure.
Yes.
All right, this one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. What measures can schools take to prevent bullying, both from teachers and students? Jimoke sending that one. Jimoke, I think you just took that word from my mouth when I was talking about what happened earlier on in the week. All right, so are there measures that schools can put in place to ensure that?
Well, yes, there are measures schools can put in place. But then bullying, I feel parents also have a role to play, right?
Okay. So
when it comes to bullying. Yes. You know, you meet some parents that they hardly correct their children when they do something wrong, when they try to exert this authority. Right. I feel when parents correct that, no, you shouldn't do this. It's to surprise you to find out that some parents actually encourage this. Right. So we shouldn't just leave this to schools, to the teachers. Yes.
So parents have their role.
They have their roles to play.
All right. This one says, in the light of a video of a school teacher beating a 3-year-old, how can parents encourage their children to speak up if they feel unsafe in a school? Jide is sending that one in from Ikorodu. And Jide, I know that happened within your vicinity. Maybe I'm making reference to that particular video. I know. So is there a way that children can be encouraged to speak up?
Yes. By being actively engaged, involved, in the life of your children, right? When you have this close interaction with your child, that helps them to be able to open up to you. You'll be surprised how some children can't even tell their parents what's going on with them, probably out of fear or because they don't have this cordial relationship with them. Sometimes parents get so busy with work that we're looking for money. We need to make more money to ensure that this child gets the best. But then it goes way beyond that. Create time for these children. Have that space where you can rapport with your children. They tell you what's going on with them even before you asking. Yeah.
All right, another flash update coming in. I did say that it's turning out to be a morning of breakdowns, left, right, and center. Lekki Aja corridor, falling curb at Ikate inwards Chisco on Lekki Aja Expressway. But it needs urgent attention before it causes an accident. So there's a falling curb there, Lekki Aja Expressway. Motorists should please be watchful of this while you drive through that corridor. Let's begin to round this off right now. Praise. For those who want to connect with Strap and Save Child Foundation, where are you guys located?
Okay, we are located at 65C Okpebi Road at Ikeja.
All right, and for those who want to connect, is there any?
Okay, yes, on Facebook we are at Strap and Save Child Foundation. On Instagram you can connect with us at Strap and Save. On X we are at Strap and Save. You can also reach out to us through our Gmail at Strap and Save Child Foundation at gmail.com.
We'll leave it at that for now. Samuel to Bolanle Edwards, who is the founder of Strap and Save Child Foundation. Yes, praise Alabi. Nice having you in the building.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so this morning we've been able to look at how best to get back to school and looking at safety, understanding the roles of parents and school administrators, same for other stakeholders as well. Mike James has produced the program this morning. Idara Kufre in the building, same for Damilola Ajayi. Of course, our social media team, Okpaibi Shodunke and Remy Aloko. We do appreciate you. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a splendid Friday. Bye.
I believe the children are